Have you ever noticed that tiny, almost imperceptible space that exists between something happening and your reaction to it? It's not a thought, not even a feeling yet. It's a spark, a flicker, a micro moment of pure potential that we almost always miss. It's the silence between the lightning and the thunder. What if I told you that in that silent, overlooked gap lies the entire secret to consciously creating your reality? It sounds like a grand claim, I know, but modern neuroscience and the foundational principles of quantum physics both point to this same powerful truth. Our brains are wired to run on autopilot, to follow the well-worn neural pathways of our past experiences. Something happens, and we instantly react with the same emotion, the same thought, the same limiting belief. We are living in a feedback loop, experiencing the effects of our past over and over again, and we call it today. This automatic reaction is what keeps us stuck. It's why we have the same arguments, feel the same anxieties, and face the same financial struggles year after year. We are caught in the wake of our own history, but today we're going to change that. We are going to learn how to find that micro moment, that sacred pause, and transform ourselves from a reactor to a conscious selector of our reality, pulling our desired future directly from the quantum field. To truly grasp this, we need to understand the nature of the reality we live in. The quantum field isn't an empty void. It's an infinite field of information and energy, holding every single possibility you can imagine. The reality you want, the one where you are healthy, abundant, and in a loving relationship, already exists as a potential, a wave of probability. So why aren't we experiencing it? Because our default state, our automatic way of being, is tuned to the frequency of our current reality. Our habitual thoughts and emotions are constantly broadcasting a signal that says, "More of the same, please." And the quantum field, which operates on the principle of like attracts like, obliges. It collapses all that infinite potential into the one reality that matches our energetic signature. This is where that micro moment becomes the key to everything. That tiny gap between stimulus and response is the moment the wave of potential is about to collapse into a particle of experience. It's the moment of creation. When you react automatically, you're letting your past programming make the choice for you. You're essentially letting the past create your future. But when you learn to catch that moment, to hold it open just a second longer, everything changes. You stop the automatic collapse. You hold all possibilities in your hands. Think of it like a GPS recalculating its route. Imagine you're driving and you make a habitual wrong turn into an old emotional reaction like anger or fear. The common approach is to get angry at yourself for being on the wrong road, to try and force your way back, creating more stress and frustration. This is like trying to change your reality after the fact. The approach we're talking about today is different. It's like noticing the intersection just before the turn. In that micro moment, you pause. You see the old, familiar road of anger, but you also see other potential routes appearing on the screen, routes of patience, understanding, or curiosity. The GPS of your consciousness is ready to recalculate, but it needs you, the driver, to pause and choose a new destination. By intervening in that one tiny moment, you don't just change the road, you change the entire journey and the final destination. You are no longer a passenger in your own life. You are the navigator. So, how do we move this from a beautiful theory into a practical tool that reshapes our lives? It's simpler than you think. It's a 3-step process of awareness, disengagement, and selection. The first step is simply to recognize the pause. For the next week, your only job is to become an observer of your own inner world. Don't try to change anything yet. Just watch. For example, you're at work and you receive an email from your boss with some unexpected criticism. Before the story of "I'm not good enough" or "the anger of this is unfair" begins, there is a flicker, a jolt of energy in your body. It might be a tightening in your chest, a rush of heat to your face. That's it. That's the micro moment. Your only job is to notice it and say to yourself, "Ah, there it is." Or perhaps you're in a conversation with your partner and they say something that usually triggers an argument. Before the defensive words form in your mind, there's a clench in your stomach. That's the pause. Recognize it. Acknowledge it without judgment. This first step alone is revolutionary because you are bringing consciousness to an unconscious process. Once you get good at recognizing it, you move to step 2, disengage from the automatic. This is where you actively press the universal pause button. You've caught the wave just as it's about to break, and now you choose not to let it crash. In that moment, when you feel the jolt of energy, you take one conscious, deep breath. This single breath is a powerful anchor. It pulls your awareness out of the past-future thinking of the mind and into the present moment of the body. In the work example, after seeing that critical email and feeling the heat in your chest, you consciously choose not to type a response. You might even close the laptop, stand up, and breathe. You are signaling to your body and mind, "We are not going down that old road." In the relationship example, when you feel that clench in your stomach, instead of lashing out, you take that breath. You might even say, "I hear you. I need a moment to process that." You are disengaging the autopilot. You are creating space. If these first 2 steps are resonating with you, if you can feel the power in this idea of mastering your micro moments, take a macro moment right now to click that like button. It's a way of telling the universe and the YouTube algorithm that you are ready to become a more conscious creator. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Quantum Energy Shift. We are on this journey together, and I don't want you to miss what's coming next. Now, you've created the space. You're in the pause. This leads us to the most exciting part. Step 3. Select a new potential. In this space of neutrality you've created, you are no longer a reactor. You are a creator. Now, you ask yourself one simple question. What reality do I want to select right now? You are not just choosing a different thought. You are choosing a different state of being. Back at work, sitting with that email, you ask the question, do you want the reality of conflict and stress, or the reality of competence and resolution? You choose resolution. So, you deliberately evoke the feeling of being capable and calm. You let that energy fill your body. From that new state of being, your response to the email will be completely different. It will be constructive, non-reactive, and powerful. In the conversation with your partner, you ask, do I want the reality of being right and disconnected, or the reality of being understood and connected? You choose connection. You evoke the feeling of love and empathy in your heart first, and from that energy, you re-engage in the conversation. This is quantum creation. You are choosing a potential from the field and collapsing it into your experience through your state of being. As we bring this together, I want you to truly understand the shift that has occurred. Your power to create the life you desire doesn't come from massive, forceful actions. It doesn't come from struggling or hustling. True power is subtle. It lies in the silent, invisible mastery of the space between moments. This is the art of living from the quantum field. Each time you recognize a pause, disengage from the automatic, and select a new potential, you are fundamentally rewiring your brain and reconditioning your body. You are breaking the energetic habit of being your old self and stepping into the energy of your future self. This is how change happens, not all at once, but micro-moment by micro-moment. This practice elevates you from being a character in your life story to being the author. You are no longer just reading the pages written by your past. You are consciously picking up the pen in every single moment and writing the next sentence. You are becoming the deliberate creator of your reality, not by controlling the world outside of you, but by mastering the universe inside of you. I want to leave you with this thought. Your future isn't something you randomly arrive at. It's something you generate, moment by paused moment. Now, I want to hear from you. This is how we learn and grow together. In the comments below, share one specific situation at work, in a relationship, or with your personal goals, where you are going to commit to practicing the quantum pause this week. Declaring it makes it real. Let's fill that space with intention and support one another. And finally, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications for quantum energy shift. In our next conversation, we're going to explore how to amplify the energy of your chosen potential to make it manifest even faster. You don't want to miss it. Until then, be the conscious observer. Be the deliberate creator.